Hey, what up? It's your boy D Wallace, man. I'm coming to y'all real fast, man, just to give y'all a smidgen of what My Econ is about, man. I'm so excited about the business that I have, and I just want to share a smidgen of what it's about, man. Today, there's two things I really want to talk about, and that's correcting your tax withholdings and minimizing your taxes. And there are three other topics that goes along with My Econ, and that's generating business income, eliminating debt, and investing to build passive income. Right? But today I only want to talk about two things, two major things when it comes to talking about My Econ, just to give you an intro of what we're about, man. And man, I'm so excited, man. Yeah, I mean, people have been asking me, so what's My Econ about? What's this about? What is it about? What is it about? You know, and so I tend to just shoot them a message real fast and let them just see what it's about and see if it piques the interest of them, right? You know, until December of this year here, man, I've been like financially uneducated, right? Right? And there's a lot of people out there that are financially uneducated. That mean that you're not that you're dumb about about taxes or whatever, but it means that we're uneducated about what's going on around us. And like My Econ is essentially just telling us about my economy, the things that goes on. Until we become educated on what's going on, then we can't take advantage of what's going on in the economy, right? Well, let me back it up just a step further. All right, for someone that wants to join My Econ, the first thing we're gonna do is we want to target and talk about, you know, that tax withholding, because we know how important it is for you to have your money that you deserve throughout the year, right? Versus that one day, that doomsday of getting a tax return. What we want to do is talk about increasing the cash flow and correcting that tax withholding, right? I can't explain everything to you right now, right? But I guarantee if you give me a call or you inbox me and you're serious about starting a business, then I can give you some great details about what's going on, right? So first thing we do to increase cash flow is, you know, correct that tax withholding, man, because that right there alone is going to increase your tax flow immediately on your next paycheck. Depending on how your HR department works or how they input things into the system, it may not be on the first full paycheck. It may not be on your first initial paycheck, but it may be on your next full paycheck. You know, so just kind of give you an understanding of how it works. It all depends on how soon it gets into the system and how the payroll works with your job, right? And so, and with My Econ, you're gonna get your own business. We're gonna start you off with a business, right? And it's basically like a cyber or internet type business, and you become your own marketing director, right? So, what My Econ will provide you with, it provides you with a business that you can take pride in. It provides you with a website. It'll provide you with an office. We call it the back office. It'll provide you with a shopping mall, multiple retail stores to shop in, discounted rates with what we call that, roadside assistance, credit repair, legal services, identity theft protection, travel, health, and nutrition, credit monitoring, and the list goes on, man. With My Econ, they provide those things there as a perk of joining with My Econ. Let me touch on some other things here real fast with the tax withholding again. By correcting that tax withholding, like I said, you'll see immediate increase in your in your check. And just to touch bases on that, 80% of people or employees have too much being withheld out of their paycheck, right? So we're basically telling them, hey, you know, take a lot out of our paycheck, you know, the way we have our W-4s filled out, right? And you're simply having too much taxes withheld out of in your paycheck, man. And so by being a W-2 worker, that's basically just giving money to the government, right? Just giving money to the government. And when it comes down to file taxes, we can't deduct enough taxes to get money back out of the government. So I call that my LOL. You know, I want to laugh out loud with that, right? So the first thing is correcting that W-4 and get the money that you deserve throughout the year, right? You can probably see an increase from anywhere from maybe $200 to even $800. I personally witnessed someone receive $800 simply because they had their W-2 filled out incorrectly, right? And then someone received $400. Man, that $400, 4 times 12, that's $4,800 throughout the year that you can receive, by just simply by correcting your W-4. And so that's one of the topics that I wanted to talk to you about as far as with My Econ and having a business with My Econ, right? But by being a business owner, this is the second thing I want to talk to you about, minimizing taxes. By being a business owner, that allows for you to now take advantage of the taxes. It gives you the will of control, I should say, about minimizing your taxes now, right? And that is what a lot of people want, But with a W-2, you can't do that. There's no way for you to do it. There's no way possible, right? With a W-2, there are only a couple of things that you can possibly deduct. You're going to deduct your kids if you have kids, and then you want to deduct the things you give as far as donations to Goodwills, to a pet charity, just the little things. Those are not major deductions. Those deductions are out there for everyone. The deductions that a W-2 worker deduct, anyone can do that. But the perk of having your own home-based business or a small business is that it does allow for you to minimize your taxes, and by that increases your options of being able to deduct more taxes, right? And increasing your return when it comes time to file taxes, right? So who's not in agreement with minimizing taxes and increasing deductions? Raise your hand. Now cut it off. Right? Because you wouldn't know. You don't understand business if you're one of those ones that doesn't want to minimize the taxes, right? The W-4, correcting W-4 would minimize your taxes. And by owning a home-based business with My Econ, it's going to help you minimize taxes. It's going to help you minimize taxes, right? And increase your tax deductions, right? Now, it may sound like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but for those who understand business and understand the perks to having and owning a business, whether it's home-based or small business or big business, guess what? We're entitled to the same tax deductions that your Mark Cubans, your Bill Gates, your Donald Trumps, and your Oprah Winfrey's. The list goes on and on and on. By owning your own home-based business, like I say, you're entitled to the same tax deductions that they are entitled to, right? Now, some people may only think that it's only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 types of tax deductions. Wrong. There are hundreds of tax deductions, right? I've invested in a book, and it's like 475 in one book, right? So you have to open up your mind and educate yourself more about what's going on in the economy. When you become a business owner, I'm gonna say there are over 400 and between 1,000 taxes that you can possibly write off, man. That you can possibly write off. Look, I'm gonna give you one example real fast, real quick, right? Because I know I'm trying to stay on the 5 minutes, and I probably won't be able to do it. But when I came into My Econ, I met a guy by the name of Dexter, right? And he was just running game to me, just telling me everything what it's about. And then he said, you know what? If you got a dog, you can claim that as a tax deduction. And I'm like, what? I just kind of laughed and chuckled. He laughed too, right? And he said, but hey, I'm serious. So by joining My Econ, you can find out how that dog can become tax deductible, right? The food that you buy, the medical expenses you have for that dog. You take that dog to the vet, you groom that dog. All those become expenses now for that dog, and we can show you how that can become a tax deduction, man. So check this out. As a business owner, you get to write off that mileage, you get to write off that cell phone, you get to write off your travel, you get to write off that internet, you get to write off the space in your home, etc. But as a W-2 worker, what do you get to write off? What do you get to deduct? And if you don't have kids, what do you really get to deduct? Exactly, right? So, yeah, with My Econ, man, we try to educate you financially so you can know the perks of owning a business and taking advantage of tax deductions, man. All right? We want to show you how to change that W-4 and get that money that you work for throughout the year, and not when it comes time to file your taxes and get that tax return, right? This is your tax return, right? But check this out. This could be your tax return throughout the year. We switch your W-4 and we call it income shifting. You get your money up front for that tax return that you willingly wait on and pray about. Let me see how big my tax return gonna be. Well, you don't have to wait on it anymore, because now you can get that money throughout the year. Your tax return, January through December, you getting your tax return, versus February or March, you get your tax return, and now you're gonna go off and splurge it all, right? You're not gonna invest that money wisely. But if you get that tax return throughout the year, extra $400 in your paycheck throughout the year, another $4,800 throughout the year, you can do a lot of things with that money. You can eliminate some debt with that money, and that's something that's later down the line when we talk about generate business income and eliminate debt and invest in your money, things like that. We want to show you that you can be normal and still have a better life with the life that you're already living, just by becoming a member of My Econ, right? So watch this out. Watch this. Look, I didn't know this before December when I signed up with My Econ, right? They got this thing that's called the W-4, and I knew about the W-4, but I didn't know about when you get a home-based business or when you become a business owner, you should be filling out another one of these things. That's the W-4, right? And before you can fill out anything else on this W-4, they specifically put right here, the government did this on purpose, and it says purpose. Complete Form W-4 so that your employer can withhold the correct federal income tax from your pay. Consider completing a new Form W-4 each year, and when your personal or financial situation changes, they tell you to complete this form. Most of us complete this form, and you know what? And give it to the HR person or whoever does our taxes. Put this into the system. Well, wrong. You're not only supposed to do the front, you're supposed to do the back. You're supposed to do the back, right? Right? Supposed to do. It's a front and back to this thing, right? And by doing the correct calculations and filling it out correctly, you are entitled to get your income tax money now. And that's throughout the year, January through December. You get your income tax money now. And you don't have to wait to that final day of doomsday when you're filing and trying to sweat and figure out how and what you're supposed to get back when you already got it back, right? But for a W-2 worker, it's different. It really doesn't allow for you to do that unless you have a home-based business or your own business, which is My Econ. We call it home-based business, but it is your business. When you sign up with My Econ, you come in as a marketing director of your business, right? And we have levels of which, when you move up, you sort of like rank up. As for me, I'm an executive, right? I'm an executive vice president in my company with my business, right? So Yeah, you move up, your income it increases, and you have a business, and you get tax deductions. Man, it's a good life, right? So look, check this out. I just want to just run something by you real fast about the tax table, right? So if you're single and you own and you earn, let's just keep it simple, $40,000, right? You single and it's $40,000, right? So at 10%, they're gonna deduct the taxes is gonna be 10% for every dollar to 930 to $9,325 that you make, right? So if you make 935 900 $9,325, right, for the year, then the government is only going to tax you 10%, right? So that means every $100 every $1,000 that you make, you really only make 900 because they're going to take out $100. If you make 9,000 for the year, that 9,000 for the year, whatever, they're going to take out 900. Yeah, for every 1,000 that you make, they'll take out 100. For every 1,000 that you make, they're gonna take out 100, and for every 9,000 you make, they're gonna take out 900. Right? So, so when they take out that 900 from 9,000, you basically just gonna make $8,100. Simple. All right, and that's for someone with single. So you really don't have any other room for tax deductions when it's come time to try to get money back or anything like that, right? So let's go with 15%. 15% taxed on to $9,326 up to $37,950. Now let's just keep it simple. For every 1,000 that you make over that nine, you now going to be deducted. You now the tax is now going to be at 15%, which is only going to leave you with $850 every 1,000 that you make, right? And so let's go now and say per 10,000, with at 15%. Now they're going to be taking $1,500 out of every 10,000 that you make, right? You follow me? All right. So for every 10,000 that you earn, you're only going to bring home 8,500 because you get hit with 15%. All right. And I hope that's making sense. All right. So now watch this. So now the more money you make, let's say you go over 37. You hit 37,000 now. You hit $37,951. Now that's going to throw you into another income bracket, which now the government's going to come out to 25% of your earnings, right? And so from 37,951 up to $91,900. So the government's gonna come out to you for 25% of your earnings, right? Yeah, you make a little money, they want to take a little bit more money, right? Is it fair? No. Do they do it? Yes. All right. So for every 1,000 that you make now, you only bring it home $750. All right. You only bring it home. Think about it. You only bring it home $750 because they taxing you at 25% now, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. All right. So now let's say for every 10,000 that you make now, every 10,000 that you make for over 37,000, right? Every 10,000 that you make now, they getting 2,500 because it's at 25% now, right? You follow me? I hope you understand. Now, for every 10,000 that you make, that you earn, you only gonna bring home 7,500 now. You can see how the money's being broken down. Government's getting away with murder. They're killing our pockets. They're taking food out of our kids' mouth, man. But look, that 70, that 2,500, that equals up. That comes up to 5,000. Now imagine every 10,000 that you're gonna make once you get over $37,000. Now that's another $2,500 coming out of your paycheck. So 10. So let's say you make that $40,000. Let's say you make $40,000. Guess how much they took? 25% of that. 25% of that. You know how much 25% of that is? $10,000. Look at it. 25%, 50% will put you at $20,000, right? So you're lucky to go home with $30,000, but you earn $40,000. So, but you only taking $30,000 home because that's how the taxes work. That's how taxes work. But how much of that $10,000 can you use throughout the year? If you file your W-4s correctly, how much of that $10,000 you can use throughout the year? We're not talking about trying to wait till income tax time to try to get back that $10,000. Now I know I went well over the 5 minutes now because now I'm getting excited and interested about what's going on, right? So you make that $40,000, they take $10,000. How can you get it back if you're a W-2 worker? You can't get it back. You can't get that $10,000 back. Simple. You can't get it back. Let me do a picture real fast, and I'm gonna be done for the night, right? All right. Blank sheet of paper. I'm gonna do the W-2 side, and then I'm gonna do a BO for business owner, right? Check this out. All right, so whatever dollar amount, we'll just go with something real quick, right? So whatever dollar amount, right? All right, so when we'll say this is taxes. Man, I'm so informed on these things now, man, as far as taxes and being a business owner versus the W-2 owner, man, it's ridiculous now. So look, all right, so we got taxes throughout the year, all right? So we probably work, we're gonna say 13 months out of the year, right? Because that's what they do. We work all the way up to from January to January, the end of January, and then they want to send out the W-2s so you can file your taxes. So you're working 13 months, basically, right? And they taking that money, man. So we got W-2s. I mean, we looking at W-2s and we looking at business owners. All right, so now we're gonna file our taxes, and this is gonna be kind of funny, right? To me, anyway. All right. So you got your W-2, all right, and so you want to go and you ready to file your taxes. You want to claim your kids. Boom, you claim your kids. Okay, you got goodwill you probably want to claim. You got, what else? What else you want to claim? Another deduction you probably gave to a charity. All right, buying Girl Scout cookies doesn't count. Putting money in the Santa's, the bell, the guy who rings the bell during Christmas time, that doesn't count. Who else what else deductions can you think of? What other deductions can you possibly think of? All right, so because right now we're trying to get that $10,000 back. We're trying to get that $10,000 back. All right. You can't. So you're just gonna settle for that $2,000 that you may get back, or that $3,000 that you may get back. And if you got 5 kids, you probably get $6,000. Or whatever the case is, right? So it looks like you maximize your taxes, and this right here is what the government gives you. Boom. Government takes the rest. And they say thank you. They say thank you, and they take the rest. All right. So now let's go over to the business owner side. We're going to the business owner side now. Now we're going to talk. All right. So business owner. Let's say we got those same kids. We got those same kids. We got that goodwill. We donated to Goodwill. Okay. And we found another place to donate to. Just for the sake of it, right? So we gave to that charity too. Right? So now they're about even. Right? So the business owner has the same opportunities that a W-2 worker has, right? But now, as a business owner, you go and say, you know what? I travel. I use mileage in my vehicle, right? I got a cell phone that I paid for too, right? I paid for internet, right? You know, I did travel. I flew on a plane. I went to a business meeting out of town, right? Right? You can see where this is going, right? My fuel in the vehicle, right? You know what? I got a percentage of my bills that I can deduct. I got space in my house that I can deduct, right? Right? I got some business cards that I had made, right? I also bought a computer, right? You know what? And then I held a meeting. I went to some meetings too, right? Right? Okay, so I'm up on Facebook, you know, I'm doing advertising, you know, and hey, I want to charge them for that too. I want to deduct some taxes for that too, right? My electricity is still on. My AC is still on, right? So I'm eating up that tax. I'm just eating it up, right? I'm eating it. I'm taking advantage of my taxes, my tax deductions, right? I'm a business owner. You know what? How about I go out and buy me a dog? Tax deductions, man. Tax deductions, right? And guess what? On top of this right here, I corrected my W-2. My W-4. I got my tax return. I got my tax return throughout the year. And then I get to come for more. But you know what the government do? They say, thank you for being a business owner. And we're going to pay you that money. Right? The loss that you took. Right? We're going to, all those deductions that you rightfully did, we're going to say thank you and give you the money. Because you know why? They taking it from you as a W-2 worker. That's who they're taking it from. It's not coming out of their pocket. It's coming out of yours. When you don't file your taxes right, when you're not a business owner, this is what happened. We get your money. What you left, I now can spend. And the government knows that. They see that. And that's the prime example of why the rich get rich and the poor get poor. And it's not really that poor people get poor. They stay poor because they're uneducated about finances and the economy. And with My Econ, what we want to do is improve your knowledge and educate you about finances. You know, about about the financial economy that surrounds us every day. You know, I hope this made sense. I'm up. It's about to be 1 o'clock, but this is what I do. Hey, I'm up all night. You know, I think about everything because I'm preparing for my future, man. I lost like 20 years of income simply because I was uneducated and didn't know how to take advantage of the system, right? The system wants you to take advantage of them, right? That's what it's in place for, because it's not their money. It's your money. We essentially work for it, but we don't know how to get it. And until we educate ourselves, that's the only way we're going to increase our wealth. And so until next time, I'm D. Wallace. I'm signing off. Y'all have a great night. Or should I say good morning, but enjoy the rest of your day.